Alright, so this is pretty much to combat any sort of quarrel that people always ask me, hey, you're going to get this new game, or you're going to get that new game, you're going to get this new game, it's going to be so good, it's going to be so good, it is so good, it is so good. Alright, let me underline the statement here. So, it is so good, and the game's not even out yet. With Pokemon X and Y, I get this asked almost commonly every other day to every single day. Are you buying this game? Do you have it? Do you want to play it with me? It's like I don't have it for a reason. I just do not want to play Pokemon X and Y. I have no interest in Pokemon anymore. I mean, I was given a copy of Pearl. I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, I played Pearl, and I'm just not heavily involved in it. I'm not endorsed. I'm not absorbed into the game. I just don't really feel adequately impressed by the game. It isn't that means the game's horrible. It's not. These games are not horrible. People enjoy them thoroughly. They like the whole grind and find monster shit. Cool. Have fun. For me, quite frankly, I just do not want to play these games. You know, it's sort of, to me, I don't like that type of RPG anymore, where, yes, it's cool at first when I was younger. You grind and repetitiously collect Pokemon, raise them, make them super beefy, and then you can throw them around and beat the shit out of other people, blah, blah, blah. I get that point. Then you had the concept of, this whole new 3D Pokemon game. It's the first game that was 3D generally for Pokemon. I was like, cool. Cool on that innovation for the game. But I don't want it. I said this, and my friend got upset. He was like, why? Why don't you want it? It's like, motherfucker, if I don't want it, I don't want it. It's like, I don't want to spend $40 on a game I'm just not, I was never really in the mood to play anyway. I got so many other games I want to play. I don't want to play this one. Well, you bought Battlefield 4. That game comes out every year. Let me stop you right there. Let me kick up the stand here for you for your bike before you start running off down the hill. I've looked at Battlefield 3, and I said, okay, once that game improves and they fix a lot of things, I'll probably buy it, which I did. I waited till the game generally was fixed a little bit more before I decided to buy it, and I did. I enjoy Battlefield 3. But however, it came out every other year. It was a game that was a lot different from Call of Duty, and it was a lot more fun than Call of Duty. So therefore, I decided I wanted to make the switch. The objectives are huge, they're massive, they're immersive, and I see some of the hype behind the competitive nature of the game. A lot of people argued with me that, Battlefield is so overhyped. It's the same thing with Pokemon, generally. It's the same principle. Same thing with Call of Duty. It's the same thing with Animal Crossing. If you want to really put the margin line there. It's just the same thing with most of the mainstream AAA titles. They're mostly always overhyped. They have average gameplay that we just somehow get absorbed into because that whole entire crunch, when you first played the game, you were just immersed by the innovative first intuition to the games via Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. People were just hoping to find that genuine gem of gameplay within Call of Duty. And there's some people who don't even really play fucking games who buy Call of Duty, and it's not the fact that it's overhyped. People just buy the shit like it's goddamn groceries or something. They buy it like it's a box of cereal. They just fucking eat it. They just eat this shit up every fucking year. I'm not going to argue that it's definitely not overhyped, because at some points it is, but at the same time, it doesn't make it a bad game. With Battlefield 4, I bought it day one because I really enjoyed Battlefield 3. I wanted a change of pace. I wanted more stuff to do. So they made this game, I bought it, and I said, fuck it, I'm going to play it. It's not too often I do buy games day one, so I always have extra change in my pocket for that. So, there you go. With systems and game consoles that just come out, I don't pre-order video game consoles usually. I bought the 3DS. I still am kind of disappointed with it. Isn't that it's a bad system? Is it because of the graphics? It's because of the fact that there's no fucking games for it. I mean, this is what's happening with the Wii U, slowly but surely. It's just like there's no fucking games for it. Nintendo's too busy trying to compete and trying to make the hardware itself seem appealing to consumers when they're forgetting the fucking margin line here again. They're just missing the point that people want fucking games to play with the system. So pump them out. Make Mario games people will just be playing for fucking 2 days straight and beat it. Give us all these Mario games. Give us those things like Metroid, that's side-scrolling platforming and all that shit. Give it to us. We need it. Just copy pasta everything you possibly can. Yet you have been doing several years prior. People will buy into it, Nintendo. Don't worry. I'll massage your temples, touch my nipples. So, with that said, the PS4. Now, the PS4, I generally want to get one day. It did look interesting to me, and I probably will get it at some point in the future. Again, underline the future. Not right now. There's really no games going to be coming out for it. I've seen friends sell their PS3s, just take their entire collection of that and just threw it into the fucking bin, and just sold them all for the fraction of the cost they actually bought the system for anyway, even though they were praising the system in the first place. So, they're pretty much going to the loss of the fact that hopefully this new system that comes out is going to be so great, and they just ride this magic carpet ride for the hype wagon. So people who have the money can buy these consoles or pre-order these consoles right away. Good all the power to you, and dance naked in the streets, my friend. But as for me, that's way too much money to invest into something I have no credibility to even know is going to promise or even bring forth what's going to sell to me. They're going to say, oh, well, this, that, or 8 people conversations, but they're going to enforce the PlayStation Plus shit on your throat or straight into your gums. So therefore, you're going to have to eat what they're giving you. I don't have a problem with the fact that the supposed gold membership gives you all this extra shit when it really doesn't. It even makes you look at excuse me, makes you look at advertisements when you load up your fucking console, logging and bogging the fucking thing down. You know, that's another point too. It's like, I don't want to pay $50, $60 a year, or $40 a year, depending on what discount you get at the time, just so I can look at advertisements when technically I already am paying for the service. What the fuck are those advertisements doing there for? They're not even for things that are most of the time relevant to the goddamn dashboard or anything towards their store. I mean, yeah, you'll see the occasional store advertisements like, this is out now, buy it, motherfucker. You know, that type of shit. And with the PlayStation Plus, I don't really care about having these games that are dated or old and you get them for free. I don't really give two flying donkey dicks, you know, it's just, I don't care. These games are old. I probably already have them, and that just does not add up any value or any point to me to have. What, I'm going to pay so much a month just so I can have a couple free games, and I'm not really going to use anything else of the service? Oh, you can watch NFL. I don't care about NFL. I don't care about baseball. I don't care about hockey. I don't care about rugby. I don't care about football, which is soccer in the UK. I don't care about any of that. You know, I'm not really a sports enthusiast, so therefore all this shit to me will be useless to even pry upon my eyes. So, as I of course offended about 80% of the consumers so far, I want to leave it off like this. It's my opinion, I'm going to stick to it, and quite frankly, at some point in the future, I probably will buy the PlayStation 4, but I'm going to see first if they're actually going to somehow make it so you don't necessarily need the PlayStation Plus to play some of your games online. That's the major thing I'm looking at when it comes to this console. Plus the fact if they come out with a bunch of good games, a bunch of exclusives that I'm generally going to enjoy. Otherwise, I don't really see the point of buying it then. I'll just stick to what I have until they finally close down the servers of PlayStation 3, and then I'll be sitting there grumbling my ass off because I can't play anything else. Then I'll get over it and go play the PC and have all the free online gameplay I can enjoy. PC Master Race. Touch my nipples.